bathing experience helped me realize how there is a chance for me to be able to please smell. Quick background: I lost my sense of smell in the 4th grade and haven't been able to fully regain it, but since I started for this bathing I have been able to smell very light scents or super strong scents. I am not my son to spell back, but I believe with the door time for speeding there is a chance that my senses will improve and not just make sense of smell, but also am I sharing my texture, and I'm also hoping that my moods will also improve. The main pattern that I realized throughout this whole experience was how the wildlife would always interact with people. The wildlife around here compared to where I am from, it's very different. They do not really care that you are around them as long as you want to being respectful, whereas back home they were very scared of humans, so that was more of a culture shock when I first started forest bathing, but it has been a good way to understand more how the wildlife interacts with the human species. This has honestly changed the way that I see nature. I no longer see nature as a tool anymore, and what I mean by tool is just something that you can see but not really utilize. I am or see it as a resource that will help with stress levels or just like anxiety release her. When I do continue forest bathing, then I will probably do it more in a small group instead of by myself to help emphasize the experience. For me to have a successful forest bathing, I would have to go off campus to one of the many ponds that there are around the town, usually with one of my friends, and we would just sit there and enjoy the scenery around us. I feel like having somebody else with me, I mean it easier for me to really take in what was happening in front of me instead of worrying about the what ifs if I was alone. And a strategy that I figured out along the way is when you forest bathing, when that you were overly stressed or your anxiety was just high for no reason whatsoever, that was the best time to go, cause then you could really see a difference from when you got there to when you were finished. The most valuable thing I would say I have learned from this whole experience is a way to manage my anxiety without any cost or even having to bring in professional services if I wish not to. Just having the choice to go out into nature to help with issues that may occur, whether it be mental health wise or even just too much stress that I couldn't handle anymore, was a great way to help me deal with something that I've had for a very long time but never learned how to deal with. Also during this whole experience I've learned that it is okay to do more things by myself and allow myself to experience my own moments without having someone else to lean on or have them with me, which I feel made me more of an independent person coming out of this whole experience that I wish to continue in the near future. The biggest takeaway I would say I took from this was finding something that I enjoy, what is also good for my mind and soul to continue doing, and it doesn't ever put toll on my body physically or mentally.